let's get started. Let's start saving the workbook. Select a place where you want to save it, and we can just call this import CSV file. I have a version already, so I'm just going to call it import CSV file 2. And remember to choose Excel macro enable workbooks. Then save. Then Alt F11, go to Visual Basic here. Insert a UserForm. Then we need 3 elements, a text box and 2 command buttons. So let's start with the text box here. Maybe something like this. And the text box we're going to call txt file path. Then we're going to insert 2 command buttons, one for browse and one for import. So this one we can call browse, and this one is import. And the browse button we call CMD browse, and the import we're gonna call that CMD import. And then we're gonna insert a module here that opens the form. So we call sub open form and call the UserForm one.show. That's how we open it. And then we can have a button here that opens the form, like so. And now it opens. Let's change the layout a little bit. So we can change this to white, and the browse button, we can change that to blue. Oh, blue here. And the import button we can have red. Maybe we're gonna change the font here also to white. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's up to you how you will set the layout. But then we're gonna add a code to the browse button here. And this is where we're gonna have a dialog box pop up to select this CSV file. We're gonna dim FD as FileDialog. And then we're gonna set the FD equal application dot FileDialog MSO file dialog picker, the first one here, and end here. Then we're gonna do a with FD dot title equal select CSV file. We're going to do a dot filter, filters dot clear, and then we're going to do a filters dot add and write CSV file. And do a star dot CSV, comma 1. Then we're gonna do a dot allow multiple select equal false, because we don't want it to be able to import multiple files at a time. Not for this training. And then we're gonna do a if.show equal -1. Then this is basically if the user clicked OK. Then what? Then we're gonna have the txt file path dot value, set that equal dot selected items 1, and do an end if and end with. That's it for the browse button. Now we're gonna code the import button. Double tap here, make some space. Then we're gonna dim CSV path as string. We're gonna dim WS as worksheet. And we're gonna dim QT as QueryTable. Then we're gonna write CSV path equal txt file path dot value, meaning our text box in the form. And then we're gonna do a if CSV path equals blank. Then we need to give the user a message box, because that means they haven't selected a path where to import the CSV file from. So we're gonna write something like, please select a CSV file. First, comma, VB exclamation, and then it should exit sub, so the code doesn't continue, and do an end if. Then we're gonna set WS equal this workbook dot sheets dot add. We're gonna add a new worksheet. WS dot name equal imported underscore quotes and format. And then we're gonna use now, comma, HHMMSS end. So this is basically hours, minutes, seconds. So this is the format. And then we're gonna import the CSV file. So we're gonna do a with ws.querytables.add. Then we're gonna do a connection colon equal quotes text semicolon and CSV path comma destination colon equal ws range, and insert it in A1. Now we have an error here. That's because it should look like this: text semicolon, and then we end it here and combine it with the CSV path destination A1 in the new edit sheet we have made up here. I hope it makes sense for you. Then we're gonna do a .text file parse type, set that equal to Excel delimited, first one here. And then we're gonna do a .text file comma delimit equals true. .text file, and then we're gonna use a consecutive delimiter. So the first one here equal false, and then we're gonna do a .refresh. We're gonna refresh background query colon equals false, and you can see the system recognizes it. It changed the letter to big letters. Then we're gonna do an end with, and let's write a message box here. CSV file imported successfully. comma VB information, and we're gonna unload the user form as the last step. Unload me. Here we have it. We might as well also change this form name just to make it more professional, so we can call it CSV File Importer. Something like this. And now let's test it. We're gonna open here. Then we're gonna browse. And we're gonna look for a CSV file. Not just any CSV file. I mean, you should know what you're looking for, obviously, right? But we're gonna have here the data file here. And now it have written the folder, the path where to look for this file, and then import it. CSV file imported successfully. Unload user form. So that's how to do it. That's how to create a user form that imports a CSV file instantly. And you can select the folder and file. This will work with any CSV file, and it has created it with a name imported and then some numbers down here, which is basically the time. 4:39 and 7, that's the second. I hope you like this video. If you do, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe. I plan to do a lot more trainings and tutorials like these. Comment below or send me a message on TikTok or on Instagram. I love to hear what type of videos you would like and how you're using VBA. And then I'll see you in the next video.